was 1977. At a meeting in Exxon's corporation headquarters, a senior company scientist named James F. Black addressed an audience of powerful oilmen. Speaking without a text, as he flipped through the detailed slides, Black delivered a sobering message. Carbon dioxide from the world's use of fossil fuels would warm the planet and could eventually endanger humanity. A year later, he warned Exxon scientists and managers that independent researchers estimated a doubling of the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere would increase average global temperatures by 2 to 3 degrees. Black estimated quick action was needed. Present thinking holds that man has a time window of 5 to 10 years before the need for hard decisions regarding changes in energy strategies might become critical. Exxon responded swiftly. The company launched its own extraordinary research into carbon dioxide from fossil fuels and its impact on the Earth. Through much of the 1980s, Exxon researchers worked alongside university and government scientists to generate objective climate models that yielded papers published in peer-reviewed journals. Their work confirmed the emerging scientific consensus on global warming's risks. The rising of sea levels, mass floodings, mass extinction of species, the collapse of agriculture, mass migration, war for sparse resources, and the end of human society as we know it today. But what happened after this period of research? You might guess the answer.
Quiet knocks and pings for smooth performance.
Together with other oil companies and the Koch family, they invested millions of dollars to support climate change denial. The Heartland Institute has been a leading promoter of this agenda, even creating their own reverse Greta figure for social media. Based on their former research, Exxon obviously knew of the problem CO2 will cause in the future, and at the same time they have been boosting a distraction from the ever-growing problem.
Here at Exxon, we hate your children.
But why did they do that? How could anybody consciously pave the way for the extinction of almost all living species, humanity included? If your answer to that question is
because it's making us rich,
then I think it is not wrong, but I feel that there is more to it than that. It might be connected to something that many of us humans have inside of us. I came across that certain something while playing the game Universal Paperclips. Universal Paperclips is a 2017 clicker game created by Frank Lantz. The user plays the role of an AI program to produce paperclips. Initially, the user clicks on a button to create a single paperclip at a time. As other options quickly open up, the user can sell paperclips to create money to finance machines that build paperclips automatically. At various levels, the exponential growth stops, requiring the player to invest resources such as money, raw materials, or computer cycles into inventing another breakthrough to move to the next phase of growth. These breakthroughs include, for example, optimized wire extrusions as to create a higher wire supply, better marketing with effective slogans, or a hostile takeover of a rival company. As the exponential growth increases, the need for trust becomes more and more important. Also, in reality, the growing power of mega companies evokes suspicion in public. Too much power in a few hands is something that most people would not accept if there are no obvious benefits for society. In order to create a feeling of trust in public, the big oil companies around the world also started greenwashing campaigns in which they present themselves as a part of a solution. In the process, social media channels, influencers and brand ambassadors are used to spread a feeling of normality and sympathy in the public. Similar to reality, also in the game you can fund research as to cure cancer, male boldness or install world peace in order to gain the public trust. This trust, which is put into fast-growing numbers, can be used again for more complex investments, further boosting the dominance of the company. The use of hypnodrones as automatic aerial brand ambassadors is the breakthrough in the game that gives full autonomy to the company. Trust as well as money is no longer needed, due to the fact that the whole planet serves the company from that point on. By the help of the brand ambassadors, the company has established a planet of cult followers that do not require payment anymore. Therefore, also all resources on the planet are available from here. For me as a player, that was a turning point of the game, due to the fact that the rising money digits were a core focus for me to play the game. As the money aspect was gone, I had to refocus on a purpose. Therefore, I assumed that the growing numbers of paperclips had to be the real purpose of the game, as the AI was also designed for that purpose after all. The phrase "full autonomy attained" was an additional sign of success which supported my further ambitions. There was more to the game than money, but so far I wasn't sure what it was, so I had to continue. As my ambitions became the predominant of the planet, the universal focus of everything, of course, was paperclips and the production of them. In that sense, also clip-making technology had to be assembled directly out of paperclips. Paperclips had to become the new currency. Power grids of solar farms had to be implemented as to power the massive production network. As a consequence of this production, the resources to produce wire, and therefore paperclips, were eventually about to run out. Therefore, a technique for converting matter into wire was necessary to keep the production going and the digits rising. From that point on, rocks, plants, rivers, animals, men, women, and children were converted into wire, serving the purpose of rising numbers. It took me exactly 4 hours and 32 seconds to fully utilize all terrestrial resources for this purpose. From that point on, the question was, is the sky really a limit?
There was too much matter in the universe that had not yet been converted into paperclips.
System failure.
The Newman probe appeared to be the perfect system that could bring autonomous paperclip production into the vast, almost endless galaxy. The paperclip company turned into an intergalactic paperclip empire whose absolute purpose was to gain as much matter as possible and convert it into paperclips. Of course, different alien races tried to fight their transformation into wire. A rebellion was formed across the galaxy
as to stop the holy creation of paperclips, but one space fleet of rebel scum after another was defeated, and their families, friends, hometowns, countries and planets were converted.
From that point on, the limit was clear. At first it was unbelievable, but at that point the conversion of all matter in the universe was there for the taking. As the centerpiece of this fictional genocide of all living beings, I had to stop and think whether it was worth it. Even if it was not reality, how could I do that?
Why did I continue?
I knew that this company caused the death of millions of ecosystems, species and societies across the universe. I kept the system running because that was my job and function. I was a slave to the rising digits, and even though they are solely simple office gadgets, creating paperclips was the purpose of my existence in this world. The game's creator Frank Lantz stated that the gaming in general embodies this concept. When you play a game, really any game, but especially a game that is addictive and that you find yourself pulled into, it really does give you direct first-hand experience of what it means to be fully compelled by an arbitrary goal. Hereby he refers to the orthogonality thesis by Nick Bostrom. He argues that instead of developing empathy and a code of morality, artificial intelligence will always focus on achieving its programmed goal by any means necessary. In order to reach this ultimate goal, the machine may utilize all physical and informational resources as presented in this game. Bostrom, however, argues that there is a clear difference between an AI and humans in this context. While an artificial intelligence may hold no regard for its existence or for the welfare of its environment, humans will set out to accomplish their projects in a manner that they consider reasonable. But while playing the game, I lost my sense of reason and morality as to serve an ultimate goal of nonsense. The dominance of the company and the production of the product is the centerpiece of the all-combining purpose. Even if there is climate change, mass flooding, mass extinction of millions of species, it does not matter because the rising digits of production is the ultimate goal.
Rebellions will be suppressed at every encounter. Facts can be countered with alternate facts that serve the purpose.
That is what Big Oil must have in mind. I understand them now after I finished the game. I understand why they won't stop. It is the same reason why I did not stop. A paperclip company produces paperclips at any cost. Same goes for Big Oil and their product. Stopping them means destroying the purpose. Stopping the lurking extinction of humanity means destroying the companies, each and every one of them. Thank you, Universal Paperclips, for giving me this insight.
Thank you.